Yo, what is going on, guys? It's C-Brev. Welcome to another MLB The Show 19 video. Wanted to do something a little bit different in this one, and that is address a question that I'm asked quite often, especially on stream, which is how do I deal with lineouts? How do I deal with good squared up swings that go for outs when it seems like the game is just screwing you over? How do I overcome that and still win most of my games? So I wanted to address that in this video. If you have any questions for me that you would like me to address in a video format, be sure to drop them in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the channel. It helps the algorithm out a lot. So I think people need to take a step back and really focus on step one, which is being objective about your swings and your swing results. So I mean being objective in that if you take a good swing and it's an out, that still means that you made a good swing, and that still means that you did what you were supposed to do. Additionally, if you take an early good swing and you fly out to the base of the wall, that does not mean the game is screwing you over. An early good swing is a less than ideal swing, and just because it went 391 feet in a 392 foot fenced in park, it does not mean the game is out to get you. The swing could have been performed better at the end of the day. So try really hard to get away from results-based thinking. This is just good for any game. That's what I really try to focus on. If I took a good swing, that's all you can really do. So the goal is to just take as many good swings as possible. Additionally, something I see a lot of people struggling with is avoiding tilt. Not getting tilted is a very important aspect of ranked seasons, especially considering it's a format that's kind of leaderboard climbing-esque. You need to separate the short term from the long term. You can't let one game affect the next game, or it's just gonna go downhill. I've seen situations where people will take 10 good swings and 7 of them will be outs, and they'll complain as they should, and they'll lose the game. But in the next game, they'll only take 5 good swings instead of 10 because they are tilted, and then even when 2 or 3 of them are outs, they will just blame the outs as if it was the last game. So they don't realize they're taking half as many good swings. They're just looking at the lineouts. Once again, being objective is super important. This is also interesting to talk about with me as a top player. Sometimes I will beat someone like 4-2 or 6-4, and they'll message me afterward and say, "Good game. I was expecting to get blown out by you." Being a top player isn't really about blowing people out every single game. That's not realistic for anyone as a human, I don't think, especially in a baseball game that has a little bit of RNG. Being a top player is more about being consistently good and taking a high amount of good at-bats consistently from game to game than it is about blowing people out in one specific game. So being a top player climbing ranked seasons leaderboards is way more about being consistently good and long-term thinking than it is about each individual game. So that kind of goes with the line-out thing. Lineouts just happen, and you just have to continue to take swings over the long run, because in the long run, good swings will reward you more often than they don't. And that leads me to, it's good to change your mindset. A lot of things I see, especially in Twitch chat, my stream, other streams, is people will say, "I lost the game because X happened," or "I lost a game because I lined out in the 9th with the bases loaded in a 1-run game." And yeah, that does suck a lot, but it's important to change your mindset away from that. Often, especially in baseball, when you get 27 outs, the game is decided over a series of events and not in one particular event. Yes, I know there's exceptions. I know you can make an error in a tied game to lose, but I want you to change your mindset, especially for climbing ranked seasons and overcoming these lineouts, and that instead of saying, "I lost because I lined out in the 9th, a better mindset is to say, "I lost because I didn't take enough good at-bats to score more earlier," if that makes sense. Once again, just trying to get out of the rabbit hole that is the game is out to get you, because that's just not a mindset that's going to produce any good results in the long run. So lastly, I want to answer the question, I guess, in full, and that is, what can you actually do to prevent more lineouts and to prevent lineouts from costing you games? So the number one thing you can do is, this is pretty much the only thing you can do about lineouts, and that is just to take more good swings. I like to think of it as a coin flip analogy almost. If you just envision a line of quarters laying on the table, but you're not allowed to flip the coin unless you make a good swing. So if you take 10 good swings in a game, you're allowed to flip 10 coins. Maybe 7 of them land on tails, which are outs, and that's an unfortunate game, but at least you got to flip 10 coins instead of 3, right? if you only take 3 good swings and 2 of them are heads, which is a home run or whatever, that's still a worse game than if you got to flip 10 coins and 7 of them were tails. So you can think about this as Plinko as well from Price is Right. You have a chance to win more chips. The more chips you can use on the board, the higher chance you have of winning money. Even if 4 out of your 5 chips land in $0, there's still a chance that the 5th chip will land in the $10,000 slot. And so really, the best thing you can do to help with lineouts is just to make it your goal to take as many good swings as possible. And yes, you are still going to lose games because of unfortunate events. You are going to take a lot of good swings that don't result in anything, but once again, that is short-term thinking and not long-term thinking. Sometimes you're going to take a million good swings and you're just going to lose the game, and there's nothing you can do about that, and that's what we call a bad night at the casino. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Kind of tried to pack a lot into a 5-minute video. Hopefully got the point across. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.